Welcome back to another senior spotlight. Today we're going to have Benjamin Champ, whatever you call it, sit down at the desk with us today. Usually a guy behind the scenes, but today in front of the camera. So Champ, how are you feeling today?
I feel good, Seth.
Good? Been a pretty solid day?
Yeah.
All right. So let's just get things started. So what made you come to Waynesburg?
Well, my stepdad is a alumni here, so I was a bit of a legacy. And then when I came, I was originally going to go to Ohio University, but when I came here, I did a tour. Bill Molson was still kind of running the TV program then, and he showed me around the studio. He showed me, originally, this was all before we had the HD upgrade, so everything I saw on my tour was all the old SD stuff, but they were telling me all about the new plans for all the HD stuff, and I got to see how hands-on everything gets to be here, and I really appreciated that. And seeing how things would be at a bigger school where it would take a lot longer before you get to get your hands on things and really get to show what you know. I appreciated getting to really get in and get hands on early.
Yeah. So we talked a little bit beforehand. Champ, you used to wrestle. You came in here your freshman year, you was a wrestler. Yeah. You do not anymore. So do you think that was maybe for the best that you were able to get so much hands-on experience and be more involved in the department?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I try to take a positive look on things of, everything happens for a reason, and I definitely think that was certainly something that happened for a reason. After I was no longer on the team, I got more involved up here and found that, this is more of definitely what I was meant to do than be on the team, and I have no regrets about anything.
So you do a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff. You're not really in front of the camera. This is something Champ really doesn't do. We don't really see him too often in front of the camera. So what passion do you find in doing that stuff behind the scenes? Like what sparks that initiative of, hey, this is something I really enjoy and really like to do?
Yeah, I mean, ever since I was a kid, I've always just loved, TV, movies. I grew up watching old monster movies, Godzilla movies with my dad, and watching spaghetti westerns and cowboy shows with my grandfather. And, I always just appreciated it, and it was always just something that had a spark for me. And I don't know, I specifically for me, you knowing me, I like running a camera. That's where I find the most joy for me. There's something about when I'm behind there and I'm looking through my viewfinder and I just see shots just coming to life, and the way I see them in my head, there's something beautiful to me about it, and I love it.
And, we're coming down to the end, final stretch. Was there anything that you're really going to miss about the Waynesburg, let's just say from a TV standard? Like, we do a lot of productions. You've been in charge or involved with a lot of Woosen and our wrestling that was just recently and a lot of that kind of thing. So what are you really going to miss about that?
I definitely think the community, the family. We're very tight up here, very close. A lot of my friends graduated last year since I am a fifth year. But I love all you guys. We're all a family up here. It's been a good ride these past 5 years. Gotten close with all of you, and I'm gonna miss all. That's pretty much the biggest thing I'm gonna miss is just the camaraderie in the family.
Yeah. And what would you say is your favorite memory?
Honestly, I would say
that's a tough, because you got a lot of thinking.
I think the best memory though up here is probably me and Micah Leith, who was at the time producer of the Woo Effect. We did a crossover between my show I was producing at the time, Nerd Alert. I don't know if you were involved with that, but we did a crossover episode, and it was just a big event. It was kind of one of the first crossovers we ever did between shows, and it was just something that started out as a joke, but it ended up being one of the best shows we ever did. We won an award out of it. It was great.
Sweet. So you've had a lot of ups and downs, obviously. It's just how life goes. You go through things happen, whatever. Who has been there to push you along the way and keep you motivated throughout this? Like, you were here during COVID, a lot of stuff going on. Who was there to push you throughout that time?
Yeah, I mean, for most of my time here, I've kind of just always been pushing myself for what I wanted and, my dreams and my goals. But, I'd say the last couple of years, it's been, my girlfriend, there are things I want to do and things I want to achieve, and she's kind of helped push me to finish this and finish strong.
And it's coming up, graduation, everything. What kind of goals do you have? Or do you have anything planned that you want to do after that graduation? Like in terms of maybe a job or even something that you've been wanting to do your whole life, you just haven't had the chance to yet?
Yeah, I mean, I already have a job lined up at a station. I'll be going out there the day after graduation. I'd like to start. I've always talked about having my own production company with photography, videography, just doing everything visually productive. And I'd like to, get working on that, in my off time and really get serious with that.
Gotcha. anything just real quick, anybody you want to give thanks to?
I mean, all of you guys, you know, it takes an entire team to produce the shows we do. It's not any one person who can do everything that we do. You know, it really takes all of us, and that was something that, you know, going into when I first came here, I tried to be the guy who could do everything on my own, you know, but it took a while to learn, like, you really do need an entire team and a village to do what we do. Yeah.
Well, Champ, I just want to thank you for everything you've done for me personally
Thank you,
in teaching me and kind of nurturing me into this department. And I just want to say thank you once again for everything you've done for us and the things you've done for the department as a whole.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you. I want to say thank you for watching this Senior Spotlight. Stay tuned right here on WCTV YouTube for more upcoming. Thank you and have a great rest of your day.
This has been a production of Waynesburg Community Television.